Have you ever paused to truly reflect on why your journey feels so unique, marked by challenges that test your spirit, yet crowned with victories that resonate with divine power? God's chosen ones, you are not like everyone else, and you were never meant to be. From the very beginning, God set you apart, calling you to rise above the ordinary and live as a shining example of faith, courage, and divine purpose. It's no accident that your life feels different, or that you face trials others might never understand. Each moment of struggle has been part of a greater plan, molding you into a living testament of God's glory. While some may have doubted your strength or failed to see the light within you, today your resilience and unshakable faith speak louder than words. You are proof that a divine calling cannot be silenced by doubt or fear. If this truth resonates deeply with you, I encourage you to proclaim your connection by commenting 999 below. Let this simple act be a declaration of your divine purpose and the light you are meant to share with the world. And to those who have so generously supported this mission through Super Thanks, your kindness is beyond words. You are not just helping to spread encouragement, you are part of a movement that brings hope and healing to countless lives. Thank you for being such a powerful force for good. But why has God chosen you? Why have you been set apart in a world that often prefers conformity over purpose? The answer lies in your divine mission. Your life, with all its struggles and triumphs, is part of a greater design. Could it be that every obstacle you faced was meant to prepare you to lead, to inspire, and to show others what walking in true faith looks like? Let's delve deeper into this divine calling and uncover the profound reasons why you've been chosen to be a beacon of light in a world filled with shadows. What does it truly mean to inspire others by example, and how is God using your life to bring His glory into the lives of those around you? Let's explore the answers together. God's chosen ones, you are chosen to inspire and lead as an example for everyone around you. You are the chosen ones, destined to shine as an example for others, and with this divine calling comes the profound responsibility to preserve your essence and strength on this sacred journey. Amid life's trials, it can be difficult to understand why challenges arise or why hostility seems to surface without cause. Have you ever wondered why people target you, even when you have done no wrong? Often, these challenges stem not from your actions, but from the inner turmoil of others, envy, insecurity, or resentment that drives them to project negativity onto you. The Bible reminds us, "The heart is deceitful above all things and beyond cure. Who can understand it?" Jeremiah 17:9. Their inner chaos leads them to diminish and tarnish, painting false images that mislead others into unfair judgments. But here is an undeniable truth. The weight of truth is unstoppable, and it will eventually crush even the deepest lies. The universe, guided by divine order, seeks to restore balance. As Proverbs 21:15 declares, "When justice is done, it brings joy to the righteous, but terror to evildoers." Those who cannot confront their inner conflicts will inevitably face the consequences of their actions. The masks they wear will fall, revealing their true faces. Can you see how the trials you've endured were never truly about you, but about the unresolved struggles within those who opposed you? In their pursuit to harm, they have unknowingly set themselves on a path toward self-reflection and reckoning. In this battle, you have uncovered a strength within yourself that few possess. Instead of succumbing to the burdens others tried to place upon you, you chose to rise above, letting go of bitterness and embracing growth. What was meant to harm you became the very tool that God used to transform you into a person of greater resilience. As Romans 8:28 reminds us, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him. You have been rebuilt on a foundation that no storm can shake. Every experience, every tear, and every trial has contributed to the structure of who you are now, a person grounded in faith and unyielding strength. Now, as you step into this renewed phase of life, something remarkable is happening. The light within you, cultivated through prayer and spiritual growth, is shining brighter than ever. Do you feel the shift? The people around you are beginning to see it too, a transformation so profound that it defies explanation. Where once there was pain, there is now peace. Where there was insecurity, there is confidence. Your renewed connection to your essence radiates, and the false perceptions others once held are fading. Jesus himself said, "Let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." Matthew 5:16. This light, your truth, can no longer be overshadowed by deception. As others witness your transformation, the narratives of the past are unraveling. Those who once believed in the distorted images painted about you are now questioning, could what we heard really be true? These questions are the whispers of truth emerging from the shadows. The judgments once cast upon you now seem hollow in light of your growth. People are beginning to see that these falsehoods were never about you, but a reflection of the emptiness in those who tried to extinguish your light. Their attempts to diminish you were futile, because, as John 1:5 states, "The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it." The very presence of your truth is dismantling every misleading narrative. You are living proof of the transformative power of God's hand in your life. Have you noticed how those who once sought to harm you now seem uneasy in your presence? They are being confronted by their own shortcomings as your resilience and grace shine brighter. This is the power of being chosen, not just to endure, but to emerge stronger, wiser, and more radiant. Can you see how your story is inspiring others? How your victory over adversity is pointing them toward the divine truth? The trials you faced have not defined you. They have refined you. You are no longer weighed down by the shadows of the past. Instead, you stand as a beacon of hope and an example of what faith and perseverance can achieve. And, as you move forward, the light within you will continue to illuminate the path for others, proving once again that no darkness can overcome the glow of a soul chosen and blessed by God. Your progress in life is a testament to both your inner strength and the divine guidance that has shaped your journey. Where you stand today, the clarity of truth is undeniable. The baseless harm directed toward you has been revealed for what it truly was, a reflection of others' insecurities, not your worth. Though their judgments and misconceptions aimed to diminish you, they were powerless to halt your ascent. Instead, you grew stronger and more self-aware, embodying the resilience spoken of in Isaiah 40:31. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. The deceptive accusations against you have now been stripped of their influence. As people witness your life, they cannot deny the evidence of transformation. The false narratives have crumbled, leaving only the brilliance of your truth. Does this not remind us of Joseph, who, despite being betrayed by his brothers and sold into slavery, rose to a position of power and saved nations? Just as Joseph declared in Genesis 50:20, "You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good." So too have your trials been transformed into triumphs for His glory. In God's perfect plan, your place is sacred and your life is a reflection of His grace and purpose. Your transformation not only uplifts you, but inspires those who have been witnesses to your journey. By persevering through adversity with faith, you have shown the world the strength of your character and the depth of your purpose. The shadows of your past have given way to a light that cannot be hidden, for truth always rises above falsehood. How often do we see this principle play out in Scripture, where the humble are exalted and the righteous vindicated? As Proverbs 4:18 says, "The path of the righteous is like the morning sun, shining ever brighter till the full light of day." If those who judged you had sought to truly understand you, they would have recognized the goodness and sincerity you have carried all along. Yet, their choice to believe baseless gossip has left them grappling with the emptiness of their judgments. Now, as time has eroded those falsehoods, your story shines as a beacon of authenticity and strength. Have you noticed how the whispers of doubt around you have been replaced by awe and admiration? This is the power of divine justice at work, peeling back the layers of deceit to reveal the truth. When the fog of misjudgment is lifted, even those who were misled are forced to reflect. Decisions once made on hearsay now confront the light of reality, leaving space for regret and a re-evaluation of their actions. Those who formed their opinions based on others' voices now see how groundless those perceptions were. Yet their misunderstanding was never your burden to bear. You were called to walk a path illuminated by faith, not by the approval of others. Psalm 27:1 echoes this truth. "The Lord is my light and my salvation, whom shall I fear?" Through your resilience and unwavering dedication to truth, you have demonstrated that your worth is not defined by others' misconceptions. It is defined by your actions, your faith, and your steadfast determination. Those who once misunderstood you now see the undeniable integrity and strength you possess. Have they begun to question the emptiness of their own judgments? Your story, like a city on a hill, cannot be hidden. Matthew 5:14. It stands as a testament to what happens when faith and perseverance guide a person's steps. Your path has never depended on the understanding or approval of others. You owe nothing to their delayed recognition of your truth. You simply moved forward, leaving behind their misjudgments and walking into the fullness of your potential. Have you wondered why their opposition seemed so intense? It was not merely who you are, but what you carry, the potential, the vision, and the path that God has laid before you. That unsettled them. As they spent their days in superficial pursuits, you chose a different course, one marked by purpose and faith. Their envy and misunderstanding stemmed from their inability to comprehend the depth of your journey. Instead of questioning their own stagnation, they projected their dissatisfaction onto you. Yet, like the parable of the talents, Matthew 25:14-30, you chose to invest what you were given wisely, multiplying your gifts while others buried theirs. Their lives, rooted in superficiality, lacked the meaning and depth you pursued. This is why you stand where you are today, strong, transformed, and a living example of the power of God's purpose. Your dedication to self-awareness and unwavering commitment to personal growth have created a transformation that defies the limits of others' understanding. This journey, forged not with fleeting words but through steadfast actions, has strengthened your story beyond measure. The years you spent in silence, focusing on inner alignment and spiritual growth, brought forth a profound renewal that others, bound by their own limitations, could not grasp. As the truth of your transformation becomes undeniable, even those who once clung to falsehoods are forced to confront their fears and inadequacies. Yet their realizations, whether late or incomplete, are not your burden to bear. Like Jesus, who bore the scorn of others in silence, you chose to move forward, letting your actions speak louder than any defense. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Exodus 14:14. The lessons of the past are not just for you, but for everyone involved. The truth revealed through trials has illuminated the intentions of those who sought to harm you, yet their role in your journey has ended. Their distance does not diminish your light, nor does it erase the harm they attempted. Your worth has always been grounded in something far greater than fleeting judgments. It is rooted in divine truth. As Psalm 37:6 assures us, He will make your righteous reward shine like the dawn, your vindication like the noonday sun. Have you noticed how the opinions of others, once so loud, now seem irrelevant? The actions they took and the words they spoke were never a reflection of your value, but of their own struggles. Your resilience and faith have proved who you are, a creation of purpose and strength, designed to shine even in the darkest moments. Today, your presence radiates transformation, inner strength, and higher purpose. This moment of clarity is not merely about elevation, but about understanding the path that has been prepared for you. Your journey has never been about proving your worth to others. It has always been about aligning with the divine power that guides you. Have you considered how every step, even the painful ones, has shaped you into the person you are now? As Romans 5:3-4 reminds us, we also glory in our sufferings, because we know that suffering produces perseverance, perseverance character, and character hope. Those who wronged you now observe from afar, their perception shifting as they see the undeniable truth of your life. Yet their regrets or realizations remain their own to confront. You have chosen a higher path, guided by faith and inner peace, untethered to the need for their approval or understanding. Your decision to move forward was never about them. It was about honoring the call placed on your life. Do you feel how liberating it is to release the weight of others' misconceptions and walk freely into your purpose? Your story stands as a testament to authenticity and resilience. The very people who once doubted you now see your unshakable truth. But their acknowledgement does not define your path, for your journey has always been divinely orchestrated. As Isaiah 41:10 declares, "So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." The road ahead is not determined by the misconceptions of the past, but by the limitless potential you have embraced. Every stage of your life has been a deliberate part of God's plan, designed to refine and prepare you for the purpose only you can fulfill. In the silence, you preserved your identity and values, resisting the chaos and growing in wisdom and peace. Now, this peace radiates outward, touching those around you in ways that inspire and uplift. Have you noticed how the very people who once sought to belittle you are now wrestling with their own inner conflicts? Yet, this is not your burden to carry. Their struggles are theirs alone, a result of the dissonance they feel when faced with your truth. As you continue to rise, not in reaction to their actions, but as a natural progression of your commitment to purpose, you demonstrate what it means to walk in divine alignment. Like a tree planted by streams of water, Psalm 1:3, you flourish, untouched by the storms of the past. Your journey is far from over. It is unfolding into the abundant life God has prepared for you. Every trial, every moment of silence, and every act of faith has brought you closer to the fullness of your destiny. What lies ahead is a continuation of this divine plan, marked by peace, balance, and a light that no shadow can dim. You are not just an example of perseverance, you are a living testament to the transformative power of truth, faith, and love. Your responsibility now is to protect the sacred light within you by distancing yourself from those who diminish it and embracing the purpose God has placed in your life. The mistakes of others could never dim your truth, for your light has never been tied to their perceptions. Even when they questioned your identity or worth, that divine light within you stood as a constant source of strength, lifting you through every trial. The Bible reminds us, "The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it." John 1:5. That same light now shines brighter than ever, exposing not your flaws but their own limitations. Their inability to understand you has brought them face to face with your rise, a rise that no longer has space for their presence. This is your time, a new beginning filled with opportunities that align with a higher truth. Those who sought to harm you must now confront the distorted realities they created. The consequences of their actions have returned to them, reflecting the very bridges they tried to burn. Yet, their remorse, if it comes, does not entitle them to re-enter your life. Their past actions spoke volumes about their character, and now their absence ensures your peace. Throughout the trials, you stood above the falsehoods, steadfast in your values and determination. Your unwavering integrity has always been a testament to your strength. In the light of truth, the path you've built is visible to all, a path rooted in resilience, faith, and unwavering purpose. As Isaiah 54:17 declares, "No weapon forged against you will prevail, and you will refute every tongue that accuses you." The actions of others were never a reflection of you, but projections of their own fears and inner conflicts. While they sought to drag you down, you chose to rise above, maintaining a moral standard that not only nullified their negativity, but also revealed the depth of your inner peace and strength. You are now living a life untouched by the shadows of the past. Those who remain behind cannot overshadow your resilience, nor can they reclaim a place in your journey. This is your time to step forward into the abundant opportunities that God has prepared for you. The ties that once bound you have been severed, freeing you to walk fully guided by the light of truth. As Philippians 3:13-14 encourages, "Forgetting what is behind and straining toward what is ahead, I press on toward the goal to win the prize for which God has called me heavenward in Christ Jesus." There is no room for those who acted out of biased judgments or malice. Perhaps one day their understanding of their mistakes will guide them toward their own transformation, but that is a lesson for them to learn, not a weight for you to carry. Your journey is about growth, not dwelling on the past or shouldering the burdens of others' actions. The Bible assures us that we are part of an eternal plan, far greater than the fleeting troubles of this world. "The Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer. My God is my rock, in whom I take refuge." Psalm 18:2. This truth has been your foundation through every storm. Now, you're being called to become a link in the divine chain of grace and purpose. Just as Scripture promises, whoever sows generously will also reap generously. 2 Corinthians 9:6. Your actions rooted in love and faith will bear abundant fruit. Every step you take now is blessed by God's unchanging word. Your kindness, resilience, and unwavering trust in Him have set you apart as an example of what it means to walk in divine alignment. As you move forward, let the peace and love of God fill your heart, grounding you in His eternal plan. You are no longer bound by the negativity of the past, but propelled by the limitless potential of God's promises. This is your time to walk confidently in the light, knowing that every act of faith and kindness is both protected and rewarded by His grace. Let your life be a reflection of His glory, a testament to the power of faith, and an inspiration to those who witness your journey. The plans God has for each of us overflow with goodness and promise, ensuring that those who walk in His light will never be overcome by darkness. As John 8:12 reminds us, "I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of life." This divine light doesn't merely illuminate our paths, it transforms our journeys into profound expressions of faith and purpose. Like a beacon piercing through a storm, God's light grows brighter with every step we take in alignment with His will. Have you ever felt that quiet assurance guiding you, even when the way forward seemed unclear? That is His presence, steady and unchanging, leading you out of the shadows and into His truth. Your life under God's guidance is part of a grand, divinely orchestrated plan. Every challenge, every twist, and every moment of uncertainty has brought you to this point, shaping the person you are today. Like a puzzle slowly coming together, these pieces form a masterpiece only God could design. The voices of doubt and discouragement that once surrounded you have faded, replaced by the resounding clarity of His voice, the voice of truth and love. As Psalm 119:105 declares, "Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light for my path." Isn't it comforting to know that even when the road seemed dark, His word was always there to guide you? Now, you stand on the threshold of a new chapter in your journey. You've shed the burdens of the past, and in their place, you've discovered the strength and courage to move forward. This courageous spirit is not born of your own effort alone, but is a gift from God, a reflection of His hand upon your life. Despite the obstacles you faced, you stood firm, trusting in His plan. Jeremiah 29:11 affirms, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." What greater assurance could there be than knowing that every step you take is part of a path sanctified by God Himself? The path before you has been carefully prepared, like a garden nurtured by a loving gardener. Just as a gardener waters, prunes, and tends to each plant, God has been tending to your life, watching over you, protecting you, and ensuring your growth. Have you noticed how the trials you once feared became the very tools that strengthened you? This is no coincidence. Every challenge, no matter how difficult, was allowed by God to deepen your faith and prepare you for the blessings ahead. Romans 8:28 assures us, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose." Now, as you enter this season of growth and renewal, embrace the blessings that have been poured out upon you. Each step forward is not just a personal victory, it's a part of a greater purpose that glorifies God's kingdom. Letting go of past burdens lightens your load, allowing you to walk freely into the future He has prepared. This is the new beginning God has promised, a path rich with achievements, blessings, and divine favor. Every change in your life is part of His intricate plan, designed not only to strengthen you, but to fulfill the purpose for which you were created. Are you ready to embrace this divine plan with boldness and faith? Imagine the doors that will open as you continue to trust in His guidance. The future is not just something to anticipate. It is something to step into with confidence, knowing that God's hand is upon your life. Philippians 1:6 reminds us, "He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion until the day of Christ Jesus." What work is God continuing in your life right now? How have you seen His plan unfold in ways you didn't expect? If this message resonates with you, take a moment to reflect on your own journey. Share your story, for it could inspire others to see God's hand in their lives too. Each of us is a part of this divine tapestry, woven together by His love and purpose. As you move forward, carry this truth in your heart. You are walking in His light, and with every step, you are fulfilling a plan greater than you can imagine. Let this be your season of courage, faith, and abundant blessings. Dear brothers and sisters, hold fast to this promise. Your best days are still ahead. As you walk forward into the future God has prepared for you, His grace will be your constant companion, and His guidance will illuminate your every step. Let your light shine brightly, and embrace this journey with joy, for it is divinely orchestrated. In the days to come, we will explore even deeper the unique role God has designed for you in His great plan. It is a privilege to witness your growth and transformation. Stay rooted in God's love and continue to walk boldly, knowing that the trials of the past have been repurposed to strengthen your foundation. As Romans 8:31 declares, "If God is for us, who can be against us?" You have already shown extraordinary resilience, moving forward with strength and faith, anchored by the values and divine plan entrusted to you. The judgments, false perceptions, and harmful words of the past are dissolving in the undeniable light of your truth. The accusations that once sought to define you no longer have any hold over your life. Instead, they have been transformed into stepping stones for your growth. Have you noticed how those around you are beginning to see the falsity of the impressions once held against you? This quiet yet powerful acknowledgement is a testament to the strength of your spirit and the clarity of your purpose. Scripture reminds us of this profound truth. Whoever digs a pit will fall into it. The trouble they cause will recoil on them. Proverbs 26:27. The actions of those who sought to harm you have become the very snares that now entangle them. When people act with malice or slander, their actions are not truly about you. They are reflections of their own internal battles. Their jealousy, insecurities, and fears cause them to lash out, but their efforts to extinguish your light only revealed their own darkness. Your light, protected by God, remains untouchable by any force of darkness. The attempts to undermine you were never about who you truly are, but were manifestations of the turmoil within those who attacked you. How powerful is it to know that even in their misguided actions, they were never truly targeting you, but rather wrestling with their own inadequacies. Yet, as they struggle under the weight of their own misdeeds, you have risen above, guided by God's justice and unshakable truth. Their actions have left traces that now trap them in the confusion of their own making. God's justice, always perfect and unwavering, works in favor of truth. Have you ever wondered how these moments of injustice have shaped your character? They serve to strengthen your faith, solidify your resilience, and reinforce your commitment to walk in alignment with God's purpose. As Psalm 37:6 assures us, "He will make your righteousness shine like the dawn, your vindication like the noonday sun." Your strength and steadfast faith are living testaments to God's grace. Every attempt to harm you has been turned into an opportunity for growth, every false word repurposed to reveal the truth. You no longer carry the weight of others' judgments, for your focus is on the path God has set before you, a path of peace, confidence, and divine purpose. This unwavering dedication to your truth shines as a beacon, inspiring others and glorifying God. Those who sought to diminish you are now forced to confront the consequences of their actions. Their struggles, once directed outward, now circle back to them as they face the reality of God's justice. Yet this is not your burden to bear. Your journey has never depended on the opinions of others, but on the unwavering strength of your faith and God's hand upon your life. As Isaiah 54:17 declares, "No weapon forged against you will prevail, and you will refute every tongue that accuses you." You are walking proof of the power of God's justice and love. Every trial you endured, every unkind word spoken against you, has only served to highlight your resilience and divine purpose. As you move forward, let this truth fill your heart. You are not defined by the shadows others tried to cast over your life, but by the radiant light of God's presence within you. This light, unyielding and eternal, is a reflection of His purpose for you, a purpose that no darkness can overshadow. Dear brothers and sisters, embrace this moment as a celebration of your faith and victory. Let the peace and love of God guide your every step, for He has turned every trial into triumph and every obstacle into an opportunity. Your story is one of redemption, strength, and divine justice, a testament to the truth that God always works for the good of those who love Him. As you continue to walk boldly forward, remember, the best is yet to come, and you are never alone. The harm intended for you has been undone by God's unwavering grace, and you now move forward unburdened, guided by peace, clarity, and the light of His eternal love. Your strength and faith rendered their malicious actions meaningless, as their schemes could not stand against the truth you carried within you. Even when the world seemed unjust, you felt no need to defend yourself, for the voice of truth, the voice of God, always speaks louder than any accusation. As Proverbs 10:25 reminds us, when the storm has swept by, the wicked are gone, but the righteous stand firm forever. While others conspired to bring you down, you walked quietly yet boldly forward, rooted in faith and inner peace. This unshakable resilience is a testament to the divine protection that has never left your side. God, in His infinite mercy, has lifted you above their malice and turned every harmful intention into a stepping stone for your growth. Those who sought to defame you now face the consequences of their own actions. They must grapple with the reality of their inadequacies, a burden that is theirs to carry, not yours. The shadows of the past no longer define you because you are walking the path that God Himself has prepared for you. This path, illuminated by His light, is paved with determination and purpose. There is no need to look back or dwell on the intentions of others. Instead, your focus is on embracing the divine purpose for which you were created. Have you noticed how the voices that once tried to discredit you have faded into irrelevance? This is the power of God's guidance, as His voice always drowns out the noise of the world. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. Psalm 23, 1-2. Every challenge you have faced has served a greater purpose, shaping you into the person you are today. What God has prepared for you is far greater than anything you may have lost in the past. The trials that once seemed insurmountable have become the very foundation for your elevation. Just as Joseph declared to his brothers, "You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done." Genesis 50:20. So too has every setback in your life been turned into a victory by God's hand. Now is the time to step boldly onto the path that lies ahead. With every step, you shine a light that cannot be extinguished. God is lifting you higher, and nothing can halt this divine elevation. Can you feel the weight lifting as you embrace the peace and confidence of His plan for your life? Your story is not about what was lost, but about the incredible purpose and blessings that await you. Until we meet again in the next message, may you remain enveloped in God's love and protection. The outcomes they intended for you have been reversed, for every attempt to harm you has instead forced them to confront the realities they created for themselves. Their actions have turned back on them, as Proverbs 26:27 promises. Whoever digs a pit will fall into it. If someone rolls a stone, it will roll back on them. However, their story holds no relevance to your journey now. You are defined not by the shadows of the past, but by the light you carry within you. This light, a reflection of God's presence, is guiding you toward a life of greater meaning and purpose. Their judgments, mistakes, and missteps cannot diminish the progress you have made or the plans God has for you. Their choices are theirs to reckon with, and their consequences have no place in your journey forward. Your path serves a higher purpose, one far removed from the negativity of others. Every step you take is a testament to God's divine order, which shields and elevates you. Let their story remain behind you as you continue to embrace the limitless potential of your future. You are walking in alignment with God's will, and this new chapter is filled with blessings, growth, and opportunities that no one can take from you. As Isaiah 61 proclaims, "Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you." This is your moment to step fully into your destiny. unencumbered by the burdens of the past and filled with the light of God's eternal promises. Let the mistakes of others be a lesson for them, not a weight for you. Your story is one of triumph, resilience, and divine favor, a story that continues to unfold in alignment with the greater plan God has for your life. Walk boldly, for nothing can stop what God has ordained for you. This journey is not about seeking revenge or retribution, but about the natural restoration of balance that God's justice provides. While those who wronged you may now face the weight of their own choices, this burden is theirs to bear, not yours. As you move forward, choose to leave the traces of the past behind and embrace the freedom that forgiveness brings. Forgiveness is not about condoning their actions. It is about releasing yourself from the grip of negativity. It is the greatest act of self-liberation you can grant yourself. Ephesians 4:31-32 reminds us, "Let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and slander be put away from you, along with all malice. Be kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, as God in Christ forgave you." By forgiving and setting clear boundaries, you affirm that their words and actions no longer have the power to affect your energy, peace, or progress. Your life is shaped not by the opinions of others, but by the strength, truth, and determination within you. This truth is rooted in something far greater than any external event. It is grounded in God's eternal plan for you. The clarity and peace you have gained are among your greatest blessings. Those who once played central roles in your struggles are now nothing more than forgotten pages of your story. They are no longer part of your present. This new chapter is yours to write, filled with opportunities, growth, and the joy of embracing your divine purpose. Have you noticed how the jealousy and resentment of others only serve to highlight their own struggles? While some chose to celebrate your success, others gave in to their envy and tried to hold you back. But their actions have ultimately led them to face the consequences of their choices. Meanwhile, you have continued to rise, untouched by their negativity. Every step forward is a powerful testament to your strength and resilience. The unfair attempts to undermine you were never truly about you. They were reflections of others' internal conflicts. While they succumbed to their shortcomings, you chose to remain true to yourself, standing firm in faith and purpose. Isaiah 54:17 declares, "No weapon forged against you will prevail, and you will refute every tongue that accuses you." Today, the truth of who you are shines undeniably clear, illuminating the path you have walked and the victories you have achieved. Your progress has always been guided by a power greater than yourself, God's divine hand. The resilience, faith, and determination that have brought you to this point cannot be shaken by any external force. You are no longer tied to the negativity of the past. Instead, you are stepping into a future full of promise, guided by God's light. Philippians 3:13-14 encourages us, "Forgetting what is behind and straining toward what is ahead, I press on toward the goal to win the prize for which God has called me heavenward in Christ Jesus." The burdens of others' actions are not yours to carry. As you continue to rise, let them deal with the consequences of their own decisions. Your focus should remain on the blessings and opportunities God has placed before you. Your future is independent of the opinions and intentions of others. Celebrate who you are and how far you've come, knowing that the light within you always deserved better than what some tried to offer. Their failure to understand or value you is their loss, not yours. Now is the time to leave the shadows of the past entirely behind. Every effort to hold you back has only revealed the strength and light that set you apart. You have risen above the chaos, walking confidently toward a brighter, more fulfilling future. Justice is not yours to enforce. It lies in God's hands. As Proverbs 21:15 says, "When justice is done, It brings joy to the righteous but terror to evildoers. Their poor choices have led them into darkness, while your faith has lifted you into the light. Your journey is part of a divine plan, and you are revealing more of your true self with each step. The roles others played in your story have ended, and their actions no longer concern you. You are free to embrace this new chapter, focusing on your growth, goals, and the blessings ahead. What they said or did can no longer obstruct the path God has laid out for you. His grace has been with you every step of the way, transforming every challenge into an opportunity for growth. Your story is a celebration of resilience, strength, and divine purpose. It is independent of the opinions of others and grounded in the promises of God. Now is the time to fully embrace who you are and continue shining with your own light. Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you. Isaiah 60:1. Dear brothers and sisters, let us remember the greatness of God's promises. When we plant seeds of kindness and faith, we reap blessings crafted by His hands. Our lives, like beacons of light, illuminate not only our paths, but also bring hope to others. You are chosen by God, each with a unique place in His divine plan. Did you know that just as a small sapling grows into a mighty tree, every step we take brings us closer to the greatness God has in store? This growth is not limited to internal transformation. It extends to the love and blessings we share with those around us. Give, and it will be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together and running over, will be poured into your lap. Luke 6:38. Today, I encourage you, share the gifts of kindness, love, and faith generously. Each act of giving reflects God's love on earth, and through this, we continue to fulfill His purpose for our lives. Let this be your season of growth, gratitude, and grace. Remember this: being chosen by God is not just a title, but a responsibility to live as a light for others, reflecting His love, grace, and power in all you do. You were uniquely designed to inspire, uplift, and lead by example. Let your life be a testimony of God's faithfulness and His incredible plans for those who trust Him. If this message has blessed you, consider supporting this ministry by donating through Super Thanks. Your generosity helps us continue sharing God's Word with more people. And even if you don't donate, your time and support mean the world to us. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a powerful message. Share this with someone who needs encouragement, and leave a comment below to let us know how this message touched your heart. May God bless you abundantly, guide your steps, and fill your life with His peace and favor. You are chosen, loved, and destined for greatness. Stay blessed, and see you in the next video.